We were having a conversation in our Facebook group a short while ago about the biggest things that people disliked about their motorhome or camper vans. And it was really fun reading the different things that are important to people. So I thought I would share the 5 things that we really, really dislike about our van. Hey, I'm Kat and welcome to Wandering Bird. On this channel we share tips and tricks for motorhome and camper van owners to help you make the most of your time on the road. And one of the biggest tips for having a good time on the road when you are looking to buy a motorhome or you're looking to change it is accepting that there are pros and cons to every single van out there. Whatever you're looking for, you've got to put it in some sort of hierarchy with the things that are really important to you and the things that you can live with. However, sometimes the things that you think you can live with are really annoying. Now, we've got a Swift Escape 685. We've had it for almost a couple of years now, and we love it. We still love it. We still love the layout. We've got an end lounge. We like all the things about it, but there are some things about this van that drove us nuts. Admittedly, most of them we've sort of fixed now, but for anybody who's either looking at getting a similar van to us or you don't even have a motorhome yet, if you're looking to buy one, you might find our issues and things that niggle us useful with choosing what's important to you and what you can live with. So the first thing that drives us nuts about this vehicle is the wardrobe. I don't know what they were thinking, I just don't. But they've literally plonked the wardrobe into the U-shaped bit of the lounge. Not only did they do that, but the door that was on it opened out towards you. So when you had the table in that U-bit for the lounge, you then had to kind of wiggle your way around it to open the wardrobe. It was just a mess. So to fix it, what we've done is we've taken the door off completely and put a curtain in there, which is brilliant. Now I'll admit this is a homemade curtain and we still need to hem the edge. It's a bit of a mess right now, but having a curtain there solves all of our problems. So if you have got this type of van or you've got a door that bugs you, just take the door off and just put a curtain in there. Next thing that drives us nuts is the bed. Now, the drop-down bed that we've got here is fine, and we had a similar thing on our other van. And the biggest reason that we went for this motorhome over a different type of motorhome was that the drop-down bed is manual. However, what we didn't do enough research in before we bought the vehicle was how far the drop-down bed dropped. I'm nearly 6 foot and I cannot sit up in this small teeny tiny space. It just is ridiculous. Even worse, when you've got the mattress on the bed and you've got the bedding on the drop down bed, which is where you would keep it, I can't walk underneath it because it's too low. I think it drops down, I think got about 5'8" headroom, which isn't enough for me, and I don't want to live in a vehicle where I'm going to keep worrying about banging my head every time I move from the front to the back. So we decided not to use the drop-down bed. We have taken the mattress off, we've taken loads of flats off, and now we just use it as an attic. We use it as storage for coats, and our bedding still goes up there and other stuff. But because we've taken the slats off, there's like a little well where things can fit in. So all the random stuff that you don't really know where to put on a van goes up there. It's brilliant. However, that led us to the issue of where did we sleep? Now, we decided that we were going to sleep in the back in the U-lounge. We'd make up the bed every night, but the slats that they put on and these silly little plastic runners, they just are not strong enough to go with 2 adults and a dog who basically just takes a running leap and just jumps on them every time. It didn't work. They broke really quickly and they drove us nuts. Now, we've now managed to find a solution to that by putting in 2 extra strong, I don't know what you call them, battens, I guess. And then we found, I think it was in Homebase, could have been B&Q, these shelves, and these are just ready-made oak shelves, like literally put on the wall shelves, that happen to fit exactly in the gap, and they're really thick. So now what we've done is those shelves fit on there, so the stupid slats that just didn't work very well, they've all gone. We've taken them all out, and now we just put these 4 shelves on, and it has fixed that whole problem. The bed is now solid, it doesn't collapse under us when we're moving around on it. It's great. But the standard bed solution that Swift came up with, it was just rubbish. Hated it, which is why we found another option. Third thing that I dislike about this van is that there is absolutely no outdoor access. Now, Mr. WB quite likes the fact that there's no outdoor access. He likes that from a security point of view. But honestly, when you've got chairs or outdoor furniture or just stuff like hoses or dog lead, you know, the big long ones when you're camped up at a campsite, all of this stuff that you have to then bring into your van. It could be covered in ants or any other creepy crawlies or dirt or mud, and then you've got to find somewhere to store it, which is why we have the outdoor storage box. But you then have to have an outdoor storage box, otherwise you've got to find a way of putting all this outdoor furniture somewhere in your vehicle. And there isn't really a good option. It's not like the wardrobe is full length so you can put it in the bottom or anything like that. There isn't really a good option. And the only option is the locker, which could easily have outdoor access, but they've put the pipework all the way around, which is a real pain, because we were looking at getting an outdoor access hatch fitted in. The other thing that's really frustrating is that underneath the van, there's loads of space where you could have put a drawer, one of these outdoor drawers that could have used, and you could have used that to put in all sorts of stuff, or your chairs or whatever. But they haven't done it. We still might get some retrofitted if we're possible, because we've got enough payload in the van for us to do that. But I don't know yet whether it's worth the cost. Now that we've got the outdoor storage box, we probably don't need it. But it's definitely a niggle and something that could have definitely been improved. Fourth thing that drives me nuts is this window. It doesn't open. It's the back, if you're in the van, it's the back left window, the tiny one by the wardrobe, but it doesn't open. Why? Why, Swift? Why? What were you thinking? I mean, it's great to let light in and see the view and all the rest of it, but why wouldn't you make it opening when every single other window on the van is opening? It's the most random... Oh, hello. It's all right. I know I was getting excited by the window, wasn't I? Sorry. Okay, I'll calm down. Good service dog. Thank you, sweetheart. Yeah, I don't understand what they were thinking. It's just random. Really random. But yeah, there you go. Another niggle. The last thing that drives us nuts in this van is the cupboards are slightly smaller than our last one, which is fine, but they don't have any shelves in them. I think like one cupboard has a shelf in it. The rest is just a big open space. Now, if you're putting in bedding or you're putting in your clothes, big open space is great. But when you're trying to store anything else, it's an absolute pain. So we are using loads of boxes to stack, or we're going to have to start putting in some shelves, I think, just so we can get to stuff a bit more easily. But it's just why? Why wouldn't you put in a shelf that you could remove or something? Hey, anyway, another niggle. And the last thing, which isn't really Swift's fault, I'll be honest, but when we bought the van and it was second-hand, somebody had put the smoke alarm right above the oven. So it's right by the hab door, right over the hob where you're going to be cooking. And without fail, every time I cook anything on the hob, the smoke alarm goes off. It's crackers. And I keep asking if I'm allowed to move it. And I'm told no, because then we've got holes in the wall where it's been. I'll put a sticker over it. No, apparently I'm not allowed to move it. It drives me nuts. Admittedly, not Swiss fault, I don't think they installed it. I think it was the first owners, they put it there. But it's crackers. So if you're having a smoke alarm, do not put it above your hob. It will drive you mad. Put it somewhere far, far away so that if it does go off, you probably have got a fire. Somewhere near the fridge or your electrical box would be a really useful idea for that. So those are the things that drive us nuts about our van. I'd absolutely love to hear what you dislike about your van. If you are looking to buy a new van or change yours for something different, you might find either of these videos useful. And if you're new to the channel and you'd like to get more motorhome tips, by all means hit subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.